Good evening, Randomizer fans. This is Dark Shadows 59, and we're here with a Group J match for the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. We have Jetabb versus TapatioJ. Jetabb currently sitting with an 0-2 record, Tapatio sitting with 2-0. So Tapatio looking to secure a bracket spot if he manages to take both races tonight. So as they're setting up, we're running under the tournament flags 1 for this first race. So we'll be in vanilla order. So 1 to 8, the maps will be the same. The levels will correspond to their number. They just might not be on the same tile. And we are about to get underway here. Now I did get a chance to see Tapatio's first match when he faced S Diesel, and he managed to bring out a sub 30 minute for game 1. So we'll see if he can do that again. Oh, and we could have a very short World 1. So the forts are shuffled. So we have the World 6 Ice Fort. And unfortunately, Jetabb missing the duck, so he's going to get hit with that thwomp, but he will get a mushroom. Tapatio with a bit of advantage with the fire flower. And stunning the Boom Boom to get a very quick fire kill. Jetabb up on the Boom Boom platform. He's got him down a little bit slower, but not by much. Apparently the giant Koopas don't exactly like that area of kind of glitching out the sprite a little bit. And Tapatio's going to head back to the back here, get that free item. Jetabb right behind him. And a Jukum Cloud right off the start. A very nice pickup. Oh, Jetabb jumping just a little too early and heading into that fire, bro. This time they're very quick on the trigger finger. And we have a heavy Koopa over here for Tapatio. 3 hits. We have a full 5 Earthquaker here. Jetabb's heading back to 1-2. Probably gonna try to get some power-ups. As long as the Hammer Bros are on that tile, they will be the double fire bro, and it's proving a bit difficult right now. And just a friendly reminder, it is tax time, so make sure you get those in. And make sure you know who's doing them, too. Jetabb getting a damage boost in, and he'll get a fire flower to get, going into the airship. Now, even though Jetabb essentially had to do an extra level, it's still it can still end up being close within a few levels. All it takes is Jetabb to possibly get eaten by a boss bass or two, and it'll be right even up. There's definitely a lot of game left. And we saw their Cheap Sheep at the end, having to dance with the fishes. Tapatio's going a bit fast there and almost dies to the Paragoomba. And fortunately for Jetabb, Flame Chomp's ending up right where he's jumping. He's going to have to get a safety power up and make sure he doesn't die toward the end. And a good pipe for Tapatio. He's onto the pyramid and then into the airship. Currently, there's a 2-level difference between Jetabb and Tapatio, which is definitely because of those Flame Chomps in World 1. I mean, not the Fire Bros in World 1. Fire Bros, Flame Chomps, we have a lot of fire in this game. Dodging the Hammer Bro for Tapatio, dodging the Troll Cheap Cheap for Jetabb. And more double Fire Bros. Tapatio making short work of them. Jetabb checking out his end cards, and no matches off the start. We'll see if Tapatio heads up. Oh, that was a bit dicey for Jetabb, but he makes it through. I must have missed on the first look that there is a lock in front of that airship, so Tapatio still has to go through the fort to unlock the airship. And Jet, giving his power-up situation, is going to head to the Toad House and picks up a Fire Flower, so that's a nice pickup for right now. Tapatio still maintaining a 2-level lead right now. And a one-hitter. Oh no! Jetabb's going to have to try to slide in there, and he gets in the pipe. That could have been disastrous. Even still, that stage was not required, so that essentially advances Tapatio's lead to 3 levels. And I did not see that power up. What was it? Oh, it was a hammer. Tapatio got a hammer from Princess Peach's letter, so Jetabb will be getting that short. This is still odds with the music shuffle, though. Hearing this kind of music in a fortress. Jetabb with Boom Boom kill. Tapatio with Boom Boom kill. Boom Boom's going down all around. while that fort was required to make it through the world, does not actually do anything for their overworld progression. As we saw that lock, breaking a lock to nowhere. Getting through the water level pretty well. There are very few water levels that people like, at least as long as I'm aware. And we're getting a pipe check for World 3. Where's this one going to go? Ooh, that's some decent progress. But we need a bridge to get to the far pipe in the mainland. Could that be our pipe to the airship? And could that be our... Well, that will be our fort that builds the bridge. And making his way through the door fort pretty well. Ducking and dodging all the thwomps and hot feet. And Jetabb getting revenge on the Fire Bros from the last world. And finding a 1-up. Wow, the Fire Bros are out in force tonight. $160,000 points, second set of 80,000, so we get another in-card game. And the 20 coins are 1-ups. Alright, so far we've got 3 different items and a duplicate. 4 different items with the duplicate. We'll see if he checks his inventory. I believe one of those items was a hammer. I also saw hammer, P-Wing, Tanuki. So there's some good things up for grabs on the end card. Speaking of hammers, there's another hammer from another set of Fire Bros. And it looks like TapatioJ's going over to where the bridge was built, as Jetabb is making their way over to their next boom boom. And very nice with keeping the P speed through the level for TapatioJ. Going into 3-1 now. Jetabb thinking where... Oh! I think they know the pattern. I think Jetabb knows the pattern. We might see a full in-card board from him. Or not. They were going good for a while, though. I'm not going to check the inventory, just going straight in. And that bridge did lead to the pipe for the airship. It moving so fast that the sprite for the bullet bill got corrupted. And we got 1-hit Wendy. Wendy did not have the Baconators. 2-hit Wendy. She needs to hit the gym. You work on the cardio a bit, work on the endurance there, because 2 hits. Not a lot of chaos from Wendy this time. And Jetabb getting the bad news that if you want the pipe to the end, you're going to have to take another fort. Speaking of forts, see, the way to the airship needs a bridge and a fort right up front. Time to go. And sliding through all the thwomps. TapatioJ making quick work of the World 4 fort. And that pipe did not lead to a friendly place. Looks like we are not getting a short World 4 today. Now remember that these rooms still have a Jukum cloud, so that is still... So, they still have strategic level skips at their disposal. Only one, though. And no hot feet down here at the bottom. So, we won't see a lot of dodging this time. Jetabb has to get through 3-1, and then they will be at Windy. TapatioJ has an end card and a pipe to check. Not going to check the inventory yet. So we have 3 Hammer Bros here. Let's see if TapatioJ goes ahead and takes them all out. Good use of the star there, just quickly taking them out. And that 3rd Hammer Bro is not in range, so P-Wing for this airship. As Jetabb goes ahead and clears out his end card. A nice dodge of that last hit there. Unfortunately, not able to hang at the top when the wand drops, but very smartly just beating the wand down to the ground, lessen the time for the transition. So Jetabb is entering the World 3 airship as TapatioJ is leaving the World 4 airship. And we get P-Wing from the Princess, and wow! Okay, we don't have a free World 5. You do have to climb the Sky Tower. Gets through the rotodiscs, ducking through the thwomps. Oh, that was clean. That was not. Oh, that is unfortunate. Unfortunately, the game game decided it wanted to eat an input there. Now, he did have a mushroom, and there is a leaf there, so see if he gets enough speed through the first swamp. Not through the second swamp. And Jetabb was trying to slip through that swamp there, unfortunately missed it just barely. And this time the input is not eaten on TapatioJ's side. Which I guess it's oddly appropriate that something has gotten eaten because we have not seen a boss bass yet. Oh, that is a free world 5. Climb the sky tower and use one of the hammers to break the lock, and you are at the airship. Oh, and that is rough for Jet. Was that a one-hitter? And TapatioJ makes it to the top of the screen, so this is going to be a quick screen transition. I was looking at the small maneuverability Jetabb had to try to get through the Hot Foot and the Boo that I missed the Koopa Kid. A one-hitter quitter. Just a reminder, we do have Jukums in play for both sides. They do have the ability to skip levels. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see TapatioJ use a skip shortly. We're on World 6, there are only 2 worlds left. Jetabb going through their World 4 Koopa Kid. Unfortunately gets caught in the corner and the high jumps away, but Jetabb catches up and is heading on to World 5. While TapatioJ has found the end of the map. They found the lucky pipe. The right enemies in all the right places, bouncing his way to the end. But there's a bridge in the way. Jetabb taking a moment to either A, remember which pipe it is, or B, figure out the fastest way to that one fort. And we get another hammer. They haven't used that many hammers. In fact, they've only used one hammer. And this level, definitely a level where the leaf is useful. And Jet is climbing their way out of the Sky Tower, and they're going to see that World 5 is free. I'm curious what that anchor is. For those of you who don't know, for the randomizer, since the airships do not move, the anchor is a wild card. It'll always be the same thing, but you won't know what it is until you use it. And TapatioJ is going to use the invincibility frames to get through the carpet ride, while Jetabb was fortunate that even though there was a high jump, jumped right into him, and the hitbox was good. believe that was the only fort, so the bridge is built. Tapatio is not going for the Hammer Brother. We'll see if they do the end cards or if they go for... Oh, I believe... Yeah, Tapatio knows this path. Yeah, that is a quick full card. Tapatio definitely knew that pattern. I didn't look closely enough. Was that a repeat card? And got 3 hits. Very nice to keep him over in the corner, though. Was going for the P-Speed to try to get up to the top of the screen. Unfortunately, misses the wand. Both runners still have clouds and hammers at their disposal. So there is a possibility for sub 30. I would not hold my breath on this, though, because we could have a good pipe for World 7, but we also have to deal with World 8. And, oh, we have a 3-pipe choice in World 7 at the start. Well, no music box. I said there was a possibility. I didn't need for the scene to say, yeah, no, this is definitely a possibility. P-Wing is up and Tapatio is going into the World 7, going into the final airship. Unfortunately, stumbling a little bit, so losing a bit of speed on the flight there. And a one-hit Ludwig. And getting the screen wrap, so this will be a quick transition into World 8. It's going to be, this has to be a 3-minute from entry to Bowser kill in order for this to be sub 30. So I still don't think it's going to happen, but it's a slim possibility. And Jet is not electing for the damage boost. Oh, but he gets hit by the dry bones anyways. And going ahead and using hammers. There's no reason not to hammer right now. And 3 locks. I think that means there's no bridge. There's no bridge. But there's also no hammer suit. If Tapatio gets the clips, this could still be sub 30. I'm kind of surprised they did not check... Oh, and we have a Hammer Brother death on Jetabb's side. I'm kind of surprised that Jetabb did not check the anchor for a hammer suit. Misses the clip the first time. Not enough speed. He's trying for it. No. Going for the door. And gets sniped by a laser. Oh, those fireballs. And phantom fireball strikes. And the laser at the end, that was a chain of bad luck for TapatioJ. There's one last star before he has to be careful for this first section. That top route was brutal, though, and getting the first clip. Now the world-famous Nintendo Power clip. Going to get one more chance at the final clip to skip the top path. And misses it, unfortunately. Not going to give it another try this time. Oh, and Bowser with the headshot there. Tapatio is at Bowser as Jetabb takes down World 6. World 7 is fairly free, but unfortunately it's not free enough. And down goes Bowser. Tapatio will enter the door with an official SRL time of 30 minutes, 8 seconds. Get your GGs in for Tapatio. I found out the frog suit was the anchor. So this will put Tapatio up to 3-0. And with this, the worst that can happen would be a one-on-one tie with Jetabb at 3-3 if Tapatio were to lose all of his remaining matches. However, if he wins this next match against Jetabb, he will be guaranteed a spot in the brackets and will be racing for seeding for the bracket stage. However, if Jetabb manages to win the next race and wins both races in his match tomorrow, he'll have a chance for a rematch with Tapatio. But all of that is dependent on the next race. As Jetabb finishes with his free World 7, and we'll see how he routes World 8. Now, I will say, that top route this time was more than a little bit ridiculous. We even went so far as Phantom Fireballs and Finishing Lasers. If there were hammer suits in this seed, I don't think you were keeping them. And Jetabb's finding out that they don't have hammer suits. They're just going to go for the P-Wing and Star Strat. Getting the world-famous Nintendo Power clip. Looks like Jetabb is also going to go ahead and take the top path. Ooh, either missing the donut at the end or is going to go bottom path. Oh, getting the power-up and then going back to the top path. Not going for the clip, though. And that first set of fireballs was rough. And dodging the laser. So we're just one Bowser fight away from Jetabb's finish. And definitely the World 1 Hammer Bros are definitely what hindered Jetabb here. Otherwise, it would have been neck and neck going into Bowser's castle. We got one more stomp, and then we'll see Bowser take a swim in his money pit. Jetabb will go through the door and finish with an official SRL time of 34 minutes and 32 seconds. Get your GGs in. We'll set up for game 2. In the meantime, go and grab a beverage, because we randomize things even more for flag set 2. All right, and we're back. The runners have their seats for the next race. So for flag set 2, the levels don't necessarily have to be in the right world. Whereas the first time we had mostly levels in their correct worlds, this time, yeah, no, we're throwing that out the window. You can have World 1 have 8-1 and 8-2 in it. Also, kind of surprised that in that first seed, where was Boss Bass? Not a single boss bass in the first race. In fact, the only thing that got eaten was one input from Tapatio. It looks like it'll be in just a couple moments as the runners are getting ready. And so the question is, it possible to make every enemy besides bosses boss bass? I think you can only have one boss bass on screen at a time. I think. I'm not entirely sure, to be completely honest with you. Oh, and be sure to give our runners a follow after that after that first race. Jetabb could have made this a very close race. Unfortunately, the World 1 Fire Brothers just kept them behind, and I believe just those Fire Bros from World 1 are what held Jetabb back. If you feel like you fall behind really early, it weighs on your mind for the entire seed, and it's just rough to overcome. Hopefully, he has a better start coming out of the gate this time. No double Fire Bros, or at least a Fire Flower going into him, and hopefully we can see dual World 8 at the end of this. As he mentioned, Boss Bass possibly messing with the sprites. I believe we saw the sun mess with the sprites a bit in the first seed. So it's just Boss Bass and the sun are a bit different in how they work. So it can cause some sprite issues. I know Fred and his crew has put a lot of work into this, and I believe they're working on 4.2. So after this tournament, we may have another version of the randomizer coming up soon. I know it was only a recent update that they randomized the lasers in Bowser's Castle, and the first time I did that, that threw me for a loop. Who knows, before long, the cries of randomize everything might actually come true. Though, if we get 5 Cheep Cheeps in a stage, I'm blaming you all, chat. Or I mean, if we get 5 Boss Bass in a stage. Ugh. But we'll be going momentarily. So what world do you think we'll start off with? World order is randomized, except for 8 will always be at the end. I see a 7. I see a 5. I'm thinking 4. I see a 3. And it's World 6 with a pipe up front. Oh, we have a path to the end here. We've got 1 fort in the way, and I saw 1 lock. This might be a single fort. Either single or double fort. And Jetabb getting caught by the roto disc. And that's a long trip back. TapatioJ's being a bit careful with this one. We got a boom boom down. Free World 6! On Jetabb elected to ride the lift down. Unfortunately, the atomic waffles care not. And the Hammer Bros just staying on top of each other. Oh, that is a costly time sink. Are we going to get a fire? We got a fire kill. Alright, so this time Jetabb decided to use the pipe as essentially a return point. But unfortunately, these deaths are adding up. This was a 2-stage World 6. 1 stage if you do not count the airship. And he waited for a moment to try to get the roto disc in the right spot, and unfortunately falls right on top of it. This seems like a lot of bad luck. I won't even say a bit of bad luck. This is a lot of bad luck. And this is final life for... oh, he landed, but unfortunately could not get the jump off in time. This is going to be a continue. Now, if you game over, it resets all the stages, but leaves all bridges built and locks broke. However, there was not a stage cleared, so that part does not come into play. If TapatioJ is able to run this seed like he ran the last one, oh. Also, Vanilla 2-2. And TapatioJ has found Carpet Fort. And Jetabb has made it past the Roto Disc of Doom. And is a bit disc shy right now, it looks like. Fire Flower up there. Going to dodge it, that would be a very risky one to get. Instead, gets the next one. And TapatioJ was taking a bit of a risk with those crazy hot feet. As you saw, it started running toward him, so they do not obey typical hot feet rules. At least not all of them. More fire. Why did that one not die? I call shenanigans. That one should have died. Oh, we got a beta stage over here for Tapatio, but this one looks very free. It looks like it was either a World 5 beta or possibly just a Coin Heaven beta as we get our first end card. And nothing off of that. Oh, and Jetabb gets bounced into the ball. And we get a hammer on Tapatio's side. We got door for it. Tapatio has P-Speed and is making quick work. Oh, he finds a hot foot right at the end there. He's going to have to kill this Boom Boom, the 3 jump way. I would say the hard way, but most times, let's be honest, it's not that hard. Now, unless I'm mistaken, I believe this is the World 7 airship for Tapatio. World 6. Oh yeah, 7's the one with the Air Force at the end. Oh, hitboxes, what are they? As Tapatio gets high jumped through. That's right, over here in 2-2, we did have double Big Bertha. And try to use the tail to get rid of the blooper. Unfortunately, it's just evasive enough to get Jetabb. And that's a 2-4 World 1. And I feel like I mentioned 8-1 being in World 1. I did not wish this on them. I did not wish this on them. Oh, that is a rude hot foot. Tapatio's going to use this wall of bullet bills to his advantage. And unfortunately, taking a death over in Carpet Fort. Why is that hot foot always there? Because Fred wanted to get some extra death counters. I do see a hammer suit for Jetabb, though. Yeah, I know in vanilla there's no hot foot in that level. And you see there's one hot foot that's obeying the rule and one hot foot that's going crazy. And, ooh, the first fort builds the bridge in World 1. And Tapatio has this... Does he have this end card down? This is his second crack at this one. Jetabb going through for the first one. And Tapatio, we see a hammer suit, we see a hammer, we see a boss bass! Can Tapatio get the speed to clear this jump? No, but he does clear the boss bass. However, building that bridge with boss bass around... Okay, boss bass has spawned in the bottom. That could be good. That could be really bad later on. And we got Boomerang Bro fight for Jetabb, and Tapatio dodging boss bass there. Our first boss bass sighting, and I would say it's a level you definitely don't want to see him in, but that's every level. Yeah, I see a Tapatio's going to pay the 100 coin fine to nope out of there. Although I think he forgot he does not have a cloud. Tapatio's going to go ahead and grab that Koopa. There's always a Koopa in that spot before the pipe, just in case there are enemies that you can only clear with a tail or a Koopa shell down below, just as an extra safety measure. However, with the tail, he can skip about half of the level, and has P-Speed. Will he clear this? And clears without building the bridge. That level is no one's idea of fast, but Tapatio just made it not terribly slow. Getting a P-Wing from the Hammer Bros as Jetabb is coming out of World 2. So Jetabb will be going into World 3 shortly as Tapatio is about to exit. And moving so fast that I think disabling the auto scroll for the airship has a weird effect on the bullet bill sprite there. High jump taking away the leaf, however, 5 quick hits, and Tapatio will be exiting World 3. And Jetabb is able to get flight over here in 8-1. Elects not to take the bonus pipe here, and unfortunately does not get over the wall, so they're going to have to meet the Hotfoot. But gets the star. Unfortunately, if you don't have enough speed, this jump is kind of hard to make without that Koopa. Wait, Vanilla 4? Fred! I am mildly curious on this play from Tapatio. He ran past he went past a pipe on the overworld. But makes it through I must have missed when he checked the pipe before. Both pipes starting island. Yeah, this is going to be a long World 4. Makes it through Muncher Run, though. Star going in, Star within, and Star heading out of the double Sumo Bros. And it's time to make his way through the pyramid as Jetabb is going through the waterfall. I definitely feel like Jetabb is, if he's not making up time, he's at least keeping pace. Oh, World 4 just has all the worst stages right now. And a lucky star hit on Boss Bass there for Jetabb. And Boss Bass immediately tries to come back. Boss Bass is hungry tonight. And Jetabb escapes. Boss Bass will not be getting his 100 coin meal for now. We see end cards again, and Tapatio is immediately going over there. So far, we are not particularly well stocked. Only one hammer suit. And I don't believe we have any Jukum Clouds right now. And the hits just keep on rolling with this World 4. Jetabb going for a power-up up there. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's what he was looking for. And Tapatio getting a star and taking care of everything on his way there. Oh, I don't think Jetabb... He might have meant to go in there. He was small, so that is a power-up. And to add on to this long World 4, they still have another fort to do because we gotta build a bridge. The one blessing so far, we haven't seen Piranha Fort. Jeb is going to go ahead and build this bridge here. Oh! Never mind! He's going to clip the bridge. And the Hammer Brother decided he didn't like that fight and decided to pay the 100 coin fine. Yeah, occasionally Hammer Brothers with that level configuration just decide they want to do that. And we got some earthquakes going on here. We got 3 hits. We got 4 hits. We got a 5-hitter. However, one thing about the Earthquake and Koopa kids, if they stay low to the ground and you get their pattern, they can be manageable. Especially with the leaf to help Tapatio there. But yeah, we found out where Wendy's Baconators went from last seed. And we've got World 7, a linear World 7 for now. Okay, there's the pipes we all know and love. Oh, and then we have hammers. This is a free World 7 for Tapatio, as Jetabb is getting into that slog of a World 4. And I saw Cheep Cheep down there. So I believe all we have left are worlds 5 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. I could totally be mistaken. Oh, and he misses Ludwig there. But that was still a 4-hit Earthquake Ludwig. Seeds like this, though, Tapatio could definitely be in contention for fastest average. If he's able to win this race as well as his final 2 races, he could be in contention for #1 seed. And Jetabb, he got a star, but you need to not have the star to hit the Buzzy Beetles back. Breaking locks with hammer is a randomizer feature. It is not in the base game. And we have our first Air Force sighting. And unfortunately, Jetabb gets the boot in the pyramid. Oh, so both of these pipes will lead up into... That looked intentional. Oh! Because it led over to the tower on the other side. If Tapatio had taken that, he would have had to go all the way... He would have had to beat the fort to build the bridge, go back to the pipe. Very smart there. We've got another beta level here. More Fire Bros. However, they haven't been as frequent in this seed. And we get a Jukum's Cloud. Oh, and unfortunately, that Cheep Cheep. Boss Bass doesn't get food this time, but instead the Cheep Cheep gets a little snack. And the Cheep Cheep finding out what happens when you try to bite something bigger than yourself. We get 1-ups for both sides, and Tapatio 1 level away from the World 6 airship. Jetabb is still continuing through this slog of a World 4. I definitely feel like World 4 had all of the long stages this time. And the long layout to boot. And one hitter there for Tapatio. I don't believe he's high enough for the screen wrap, though, so he's going to have to fall all the way down. It's adding about 4 extra seconds there. And Jukum's Cloud from the Princess, I would not be surprised to see some use here. And there we go. There, with the pipe there, it protects him in case of death. And I don't think he has a hammer. I don't think I saw a hammer. And Jetabb is finishing up the Hammer Brother Gauntlet. Oh, unfortunately missing the block. Oh, it's getting away from him, but he gets it down. And going to get a P-Wing for his trouble. And Tapatio is comfortable with his power-up situation because he is just opting out of the end card. Only he went there because it was on his way. He had to. We use the pipe to skip one level over here in World 7, also known as World 3. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Tapatio still has one Jukum's Cloud left. And getting the jump over the wall there. How? How did that duck work? He was clearly on the ground. How did he land on the Koopa? And seeing that there is still a lock there, Tapatio is going to go ahead and cloud the fort, knowing that there is no bridge on the way to the airship. And we finish up World 7, also known as World 3, with the World 1 airship. And we got Windy. We got a 2-hit Windy. A 3-hit high jump Windy. Windy's going the full 5. Windy got that cardio in between seeds. Meanwhile, Jetabb has found his way through the pipe maze, so if he has a hammer, he'll be able to get through World 5. Tapatio's going to go for this clip here. But we saw 2 locks up front in World 8. This is a long level if you can't get this clip. And Tapatio's got it. So, free 7, I believe it was 7-1. Unfortunately, admittedly, my vanilla level knowledge sometimes, and that's a lot of pipes. This is not hand bridge, this is pipe bridge. There's the hand level. And there... I don't know if that was an Eaton input intentional or what, but it still denied Boss Bass his dinner. And we have a bridge to build. And no hammers. I definitely see what Tapatio was thinking. The odds of that building the bridge is higher than anything else because it requires a lock to get to. So that's one less lock it could build. But we're in the World 8 for. While Jetabb is currently going through the Air Force. And Tapatio taking the hit there and making it in one cycle. And going to go ahead and take the hit to speed this. Now let's see if Jetabb is... Jetabb takes the pipe. So Jetabb is going to have to... Jetabb is going to go through Sky Tower to go back. Very fortunate for Tapatio there. Equipping the Tanuki suit and finding Fort Knox. Down goes Boom Boom. We'll see if this play was gold and if it builds the bridge. And it did! And bringing out the hammer suit, bringing out the star, and bringing out the music box. Oh, and getting the clip into Rotodisc territory. How appropriate that Hammer Brother music is playing when we got a hammer suit out. And Jetabb was practicing this earlier. He was going to go for the wall jump. Does not get it though. Tapatio is trying for this clip and decides against it. No lasers yet. We'll see how bad these fireballs are. Oh my! And headshot on that. It's really unfortunate to catch the tail end of that there. So we're going to see another. We're going to see another money pit swim from Bowser. And one more stomp, and Tapatio will have his Bowser down as Jetabb clipping through. Getting another clip here. Trying to save a little bit of time. But unfortunately, it's going to be too little too late as Bowser is now swimming with his money. And TapatioJ takes both races, taking the second one with an official SRL time of 33 minutes and 26 seconds. Meanwhile, Jetabb is finishing up World 6 going through the beta. And believe it or not, this is the second slowest seed for TapatioJ. So, yeah, he's definitely posting up some times for this tournament. And speaking of which, we have TapatioJ in here. How you feel after that?
Whew. Man, let me before anything, shout out to Mad Ewok Herd. He's the one who rolled. He was setting up everything for us, and he rolled these seeds. My man, I'll buy him a beer if I ever see him, because that was amazing. I can't believe how fast those seeds were. That was incredible.
I think about the only slow thing on this was that World 4.
Yeah. It was 2 pipes on the first island. That's like, all right, well, what's it gonna get us? And they just tucked him away at the beginning of the of World 4. So it's like, all right, we're finally playing some levels. I mean, there was that World 6 opens, and it's like, okay, well, I'll probably be having it won't be nearly as nice. And then it's 1 pipe toward the end, and there's a fort like right in your way. So you just play that, and it was good to go. I stunned. That was a crazy start.
Yeah, just seeing your time so far this tournament, that 33-26 at the end for the second seed, that being your second slowest seed this tournament so far. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I'm disappointed. I could have had that first seed today. That could have been another sub 29 Group 1 seed, which is absurd for me. Like, Group 1 is usually not a strong suit for me, but everything kind of worked out. I actually didn't use, I think, like 2 hammers and maybe a cloud in that first flag. So it's like that was crazy.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate wombo combo at the end on the top path.
Oh yeah. Dropped. Couldn't get the clips. That's the only thing. I got the early clip, but I just could not get that second clip to get into Bowser's room. So that was unfortunate. It ruined all the quick kill opportunities. But
now I know you still have one more match left, but I believe that this actually guarantees your trip into the brackets.
Yeah, I think, if it's top 2, 4-0 right now. So yeah, I mean, it'll be me and you in the for the grudge match to see who gets out of the seed alive. Or, we could just split it 5-1. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Hey, we'll see how that goes when it gets to it. So, what do you think about the flag set for the tournament 1 flags in general for this tournament? So I know that's a new one.
Yeah, it's way years ago, that sort of thing. Before the randomizer ever came out, I did a decent amount of 100%. I kind of mess around with it, and growing up playing this game, I got kind of used to it. So with like kind of the more vanilla-esque kind of setup that the flag set 1 gives you, I don't know. I never really thought of that I'd be getting. I mean, I think it's more the items that I was getting from Hammer Bros and end card games and that sort of thing, and the level layouts in general. They made them really fast seeds. I typically feel like my Group 2 stuff goes a little bit better. So I'm surprised by how it turned out, but it's good to have a little bit of that vanilla game logic or knowledge, just to know kind of what levels to avoid, stuff like that.
Well, you mentioned you feel like the Group 2 is faster, and yet your your flag 1 seeds are the faster ones.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean that I would say, that might be just more of a feeling sort of thing. I feel like in practice, my Group 2 stuff, like, I'm not having to really think about, I'll know it when I get to it sort of thing. As opposed to the Group Set 1, I have to analyze exactly, like, if I have a split path and I have the choice between 2 different levels, what's actually going to be good for me. what is something that I could automatically in my mind just be like, no, I'm not going that path, or I'm going to cloud over something. So it just takes a little bit more of that extra thought in the overworld that I might not put into the group 2 stuff. You just kind of you get what you get in group 2, and if you get a bad level, you take a death and go the other way or something like that. But yeah, no, I suppose the results are kind of contradicting my feeling on that, but just something, and it naturally feels a little bit more, yeah, just a little bit easier sometimes to just kind of do the navigation, just kind of go for it.
It sounds like you're thinking there's more time and analysis for flag set.
Oh yeah, I probably look more at the overworld and really kind of pay attention to certain things. Of course, you have you pay attention to the forts, you kind of know what's coming here, what's coming there, and most of it's pretty small. It's just kind of there's a group of 7 levels or so that I if I see them in a run, if I can, I'm going to avoid it, or give myself the best opportunity to get through it. Like in this second race here, we got good old 7.5. That's always chaos. I'm glad I was able to pop a leaf and kind of manipulate the cheap and get through there pretty unscathed. That always feels good, because that could just be a bunch of you could take a few deaths on that, especially with the cheap there. That's a really annoying level to have to deal with it.
Yeah, definitely. And I will agree with what you said earlier, though, with how the item set was just so good for this. I feel like the flag set 1 actually did have a better item set for you, though. It had hammers and clouds every time you needed.
Yeah. The only regret I have on that is that I probably didn't use enough. I think I hesitated on using a hammer in World 6 or something like that. It wouldn't even save me that much. It would have saved me maybe a screen scroll and pipe transition, that sort of thing. So it's not it wasn't really an ideal play, but it's just funny how at the end of by the time I'm taking out Bowser, it's I'm thinking about my inventory. I'm like, I had 2 or 3 extra hammers. I wonder if I could have used that better. But I mean, when you get a 30-minute seed, you can't really complain too much. So
right. Which speaking of Bowser, how about that second top path? I'm surprised you got clipped by the tail end of that fireball.
Yeah. I obviously, you want to get the quick kill, that sort of thing. For the fire suit, for the first seat, because the way it sets you at the angle, you don't have that top platform to work with when you get to Bowser's room. So I'm never going to go for the fire kill on Bowser if I have to go bottom route. But that second time, I was just kind of stubborn with it. I'm like, I got a hammer suit. We can get this clip, and I just couldn't get the clip. It's something I've gotten a bit better at getting that. So that was unfortunate. I just couldn't get together for getting that clip and not having to deal with those fireballs, because they seem to snag me all the time. That or the little trailing laser at the end or something like that. It's something or another.
Yeah, that laser took you out for the first seed.
Yeah, it was the early one. I usually never fall in that pit, and so I fell in that pit. I took an early hit in that room, and I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just kind of go through. And then before I knew it, I was small Mario and having to make that jump kind of blind. And I probably should have just waited it out, give myself a little bit more time. Probably wouldn't have taken that death, but I was just kind of in, the adrenaline kicked in, I saw the end. I'm like, wow, this is a really good time. Get it done. So that was my kind of feeling on it. And yeah, unfortunately the death, but got through.
And Jetabb is navigating World 8. He's got the World 8 fort down. So now he just has to find which level's going to build that bridge.
Yeah, so did he already bust the lock? So yeah, he did bust the lock. Yeah. So
yeah, I saw you looking in your inventory, looking for a hammer that you unfortunately didn't have.
Yeah, that would have been nice, because that would have saved me That would have saved me a fort, because that airship is what's going to build the bridge for him. I pretty much, because I knew first screen had 2 locks. Second screen, going into the hand bridge, I'm like, okay, that airship is behind a lock. It's just a strong feeling that that airship's going to be the key, because it's that third lock I've seen. So I was hoping I could just hammer away at it and get it done. But I was fortunate that the first fort that I played in the dark screen ended up working out for me and unlocking that. So I just made the beeline right for the airship, or the what would be Air Force. I can't even think of what fort it was now. But
yeah, I think it was smart wanting to do that one first, since it's a 1 in 3 instead of a 1 in 4.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that the Air Force is not going to break the lock that it's hiding behind, so it kind of writes that out. Oh, and yeah, that was funny. I mean, like, I had popped a mushroom before the fort before that, and I thought about going when I was going into this one. I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably like grab some sort of flight just in case it's Fort Knox, and then bam, Fort Knox. I'm like, always happy when I make those kind of like just random calls. I just like, I got flight. Why not? Pop a Tanuki suit and get lucky, and yeah.
Also, for the first seed compared to the second, we went from no boss bass to why you gotta be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I find Cheap so much worse most of the time. Honestly, Cheap just they stick around, and I think we had that I can't think. It's a World 2. It's just the straight sprint. I want to say it's like 2-2 or something like that. I'm not even sure. But it's the one with the tornadoes. It has little 2 tornadoes that you gotta jump through, and it's pretty much just a sprint through. And if you have Boss Bass there, it's great. You basically see Boss Bass once, and then he's gone. He never catches up to you if you got the B speed. But if you have Cheap just randomly starts spawning like almost every time you land. And so you have to like alter, you gotta like make a jump short or something like that. And you always have to be conscious of like, all right, did he just scroll past? Because now he's gonna respawn in front of me, and just annoying little guy. But
you got a point with that. And Jetabb made the first clip, made the Nintendo Power clip, and did not go for the third clip, and unfortunately gets caught by the fireballs.
Fireballs are nasty today. I was practicing earlier, and I had some very favorable fireball patterns. I'm like, I hope this translates to the races, but you got
phantom fireballed.
Yeah. Well, see, the funny thing is, that one that caught me in the first seed, in the first race. You see it for a split second, and then it vanishes. And I was like, I should not have jumped there, knowing that it could be a phantom and it could just take me out anyways. So I was a little bit not happy that I jumped into it anyways, but it is what it is. Not that big a deal.
You still got a 30:08 on that one.
Yeah.
And Bowser's going to take one last dive into his money pit as Jetabb's going to cross the line with official time of 47 minutes and 52 seconds. Get your GGs out for Jetabb.
Yeah. Way to go, Jet.
Yeah, unfortunately, for both of these seeds, Jet had a rough time getting out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean that'll that's a big factor. I know in the second seed or the second race of my races against S Diesel, I was feeling real bad after that. I think it was 6-6, and that was very early. And I was like, am I playing catch up this whole way? Luckily, not luckily. It was just a real bad run at it, but we both were struggling on that one, so that's kind of the thing, the beginnings.
And we have Jetabb in here with us. GG's, man.
Thanks.
GG,
I'm not sure if my audio is coming over the stream, but might be giving double audio. If so, let me know.
I don't think we are.
Okay,
So
never mind. Okay, then. Yeah, second one. What a fun start. I thought I was going to go straight to the end, and you could if you only get past that first level, that first fortress. Kept getting hit by that. Call them disco waffles, rotating. I don't know what they're really called, but yeah, that was tough.
So I'll admit, when I saw that, I was having flashbacks to my practice right before my race with you, because what you went through is what I went through right before our race.
At least it wasn't during the race, right? I think I died 7 or 8 times. That I knew after that I didn't have a chance.
Yeah, you took a game
But-
over to the first fort, but
Yeah.
you're making good time after that.
I had a few moments where I felt like I played pretty well. The first match went a lot better.
Yeah, that was because I just had all sorts of items and resources and that sort of thing. So you got like a 33 in that first one, right? So like it wasn't separated that much, and I felt like I played really well there. So it was definitely a competitive one, that first one.
I had unused clouds and hammers for the first one as well. First match, I had an unused hammer in the second match.
Oh wow.
I didn't know if I was going to use it. Yeah, I was going to hold. I usually try to hold off on one hammer for World 8 just in case. It didn't pan out, but could have used it in 5 to skip a level or so. It's all right.
Yeah, unfortunately, with that first one, I saw that Fire Bro gave you
That's
some
you.
problems.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, there are a lot of Fire Bros, double Fire Bros, both matches.
Wow.
Between both matches.
Yeah, I got fortunate on that, and I maybe got one pair of Fire Bros throughout it, and
I had 4 or 5.
oh, wow.
Well, I died, but then there was back-to-back doubles at one point, but it's just the way it rolls.
Yeah, I believe what they roll is dependent on the tile that they're on. And for that first one, when you died and they moved, they kept moving back to the same square.
Right, and the second one I think had water, and a small Mario with waters doesn't mix well with Fire Bros.
Yo.
No, God, no.
Yeah, GG's Tapatio. I think that's gonna eliminate me from the tournament, but I still have a match tomorrow.
Looking forward to it, man. Yeah.
Should be all right against S Diesel. He's made brackets in the past. Should be fun as well.
Well, he may have made brackets in the past, but also remember that Diesel's has the same record you do right now.
Well, you two are moving ahead, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Right.
I thought, yeah, I mean, right now, I think, yeah, me and Dark Shadows here at 4-0. But I don't know. I thought this was kind of a crazy seed. I had no idea what to think of it, kind of going in. I haven't been doing races a lot lately, as far as the weeklies, so I didn't know how I was going to fare coming in this tournament. Everybody's gotten a lot better at this game, so I there's a lot of 5-1s that look like are going through. Got some 6-0s, and yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out as far as the seeding's concerned. That's what I was kind of mainly concerned. I mean, I just wanted to try to give myself as good an opportunity to get as good of seeding as I can. So I mean, I got a 28 and a 30 in this so far with a 33.
Times.
I think that other one, what was that, like a 35 or a 37 or something like that. So
I think it was a 38.
Okay, 38. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that one's a little bit on the higher side, but that happens. So
Yeah, I think our group ended up with like it's crazy competitive.
Yeah, we should have. I suppose we're going to be probably racing sometime next week. We'll have to hash out what good time and date for that, Dark.
Yeah, we will. Because for those of you that don't know, next Saturday is the last day for group stages of this tournament, and then I don't know if tiebreakers have to be done before then, but after that, we'll be starting the bracket stage.
Bracket starts March 2nd, so there's a couple days there.
Yeah.
To get tiebreakers in if necessary.
All right.
Thanks for restream. Thanks for commentary. Good luck in the rest of the tournament, guys. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you, Jet.
Hey, good luck tomorrow against Diesel.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
So, you have any more thoughts with how the races went today?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, if Matt Ewok Herd's still in here, hey, thanks for those rolls, man. It was crazy fast seeds today, so that was fun to run them. When you're just jetting through World 6 all of a sudden, it's pretty nice. So, yeah. And then, looking forward to our races. Looking forward to the races tonight. We got DLP and Fred Coughlin in an hour? So stick around on SpeedGaming 2 for that one as well. That's going to be right on this channel. So looking forward to that. I'll be watching.
I will as well. Also, if you want some more SpeedGaming right now, over on the main channel, we have the link to the past 2019 Randomizer tournament. That is Doomtap versus Ninban, and they are about 50 minutes into that. So that might actually finish up around the time our next race for this tournament is set to start.
Very nice. Awesome. And yeah, I'll I guess one more thing. I'll echo what Jet was saying. Thank you very much for holding down the comms tonight. Thank you, Matt Ewok, for the restream, the help on that, and for everybody watching. I know I got a few of my folks in the crew that came out and watched. So have you guys were able to make it out, and hope you enjoy the race and enjoy the races coming up here.
Yeah, definitely give these guys a follow because they put on one heck of a show. And until an hour from now for our next race, good night, and may Boss Bass go hungry.
Indeed. Night, y'all.